Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I have a very close son of mine who has done a lot of good work as an electrician, doesn't have a lot of debt, but he is asking about tax lien investing. I guess his goal is obviously to make some more money, but also to get into real estate, I guess a little easier in a way, but I just kind of wanted to know your take on tax lien investment.
Okay. He's asking you about it?
Well, so he's telling me what he's thinking about doing.
Okay.
How old is he?
He's 24.
Okay. All right. This falls in, I can explain to you what it is and how it works, and I'm happy to do that especially for the benefit of our audience. But let me tell you where he found it. He found it on TikTok with the get rich quick, easy, nothing down real estate people. Okay.
Probably.
That's where he found it. Because that's the only place anybody talks about this subject.
And they do it to get clicks and views because it sounds amazing and it sounds too good to be true. Or buy
their course for $3,000 on how to get rich buying foreclosure real estate and doing tax liens. Okay?
Right.
And by the way, this is the same exact line they used. Wait a minute. Kristen, how old are you?
I am 43.
Okay. You're barely old enough to remember infomercials. You remember those?
I do.
Okay. It's the same line they were using back then. The only difference now is it's cool because it's on TikTok. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Instagram and it's on whatever. But it's still the same genre of stuff. Can you buy a piece of real estate at foreclosure at a bargain? Yes. I used to do it for a living in my 20s. And I bought a lot of real estate since then that was distressed in one way or another at a deal. It is, however, one property out of 200. We consider 200 properties to buy one. Okay? It's not like I walked out my back door and the sun came out and I looked over there and there was a foreclosure and I bought it. It is actual hard work, expertise, needle in a haystack. Okay? Can you buy tax liens and turn them into real estate and into profit? Yes. The likelihood of your 24-year-old doing it is really close to zero. It's really complicated. It only works in a couple of states. Here's the way it works. Some states will sell, if someone's behind on their property taxes, the state or the municipality, the local village or city takes a lien on the property for back property taxes. They sell that to someone in some states. My state, they do not do that. You can't buy tax liens in Tennessee, okay? But so if I lived in Tennessee, I'd have to be buying them somewhere other than where I live. Problem number one.
Okay.
Problem number two is you're buying a tax lien. Okay? Now, let's say that you foreclosed on the tax lien and the people that own the property do not pay off the tax lien, and you end up with the property. The property is worth $250,000, and they have a $270,000 mortgage.
Okay.
You know what you got? Nothing, honey.
Right.
Nothing. You got a $250,000 property with a $270,000 lien on it. You don't want that. It has no value. Okay? Right. So you would have to find a property tax lien that is delinquent on a property that actually has equity. Oh, now we've really made this difficult. Oh, and wait a minute. Almost all of these states with property tax liens have a 2-year or a 1-year right of redemption. Now let's take this a step further. You find a piece of property, needle in a haystack, that actually doesn't have a lien on it. Probably not in your state of Texas. I'm pretty sure Texas does not sell them. And so then you've actually buy this $250,000 property. Maybe it's only got a $100,000 mortgage on it. Now you've got $150,000 in equity, but you got to pay the $100,000 mortgage to keep the property that you just became the owner of, or they'll foreclose on you. Follow me?
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is a problem.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you become the owner of it, but the old guy that didn't pay his taxes has 1 year or 2 years to come back and redeem it by paying the taxes plus 10% or 15% interest. So you can do absolutely nothing with that property except pay this mortgage payment for the next year and a half to 2 years, and you're 24 years old. This is suicide.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Can it be done? Yeah, you need a real pile of money, a lot of patience, a lot of expertise, and the ability to do a lot of work to actually find this needle in a haystack. And so can you do it? I've actually bought 2 of these in my life. I've owned about 2,000 pieces of real estate in my life, and I have actually bought 2 of these. And as you can tell, I've done it. I know how it works. It's a freaking nightmare. I'm not buying one ever again.
Haven't done it since.
No, thank you. Too much trouble.
I did look it up, Dave.
Too much time frame. I hope I explained it well enough that it didn't sound like a barrel on a fish hooks, George.
So Texas has redeemable tax deeds, so it's different than, you're right, you can't buy tax liens, but you can get these redeemable tax deeds, and you're right, there's a redemption period, they can come back.
Okay, so
the house is probably in disrepair.
They do sell the deed then. Okay.
So it's a little different.
But it does not clean the title, people. Meaning if there's a mortgage on it, it stays there. Property tax foreclosures in 0 states clean the title. If a first mortgage forecloses, the second and third mortgage are now wiped out. It cleans the title. You get a clean title. If you buy a foreclosure in a second mortgage position, you inherit the first mortgage. If you buy a property at a tax lien sale or create a tax lien sale, you inherit all the mortgages, including the IRS liens from the goober who also didn't pay his IRS taxes because he didn't pay his property taxes. You think these things might walk hand in hand? You can bet they do.
I'm guessing the house could be in disrepair as well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we haven't paid any of our taxes or our mortgages, and we're so far behind that. And then I'm going to sit there and maintain the house, pay all these bills for 2 years, and then he can come back and redeem the thing for 10 cents over what I paid for it. No, thank you.
And if this was a money-making scheme, there's going to be banks, hedge fund managers, real estate investors with deep pockets going after these.
No,
so you've got some competition.
It's been going on for years. People, I will say again, it is possible to go down this rabbit hole and get out with a handful of money. But it's
juice ain't worth the squeeze.
It's a 24-year-old got on TikTok and thought he found a way to make easy money. And I'm just here to say, no. You'd be better off delivering pizza. You'd end up with more. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.